First up, I'm going to take these eye patches off. I've had them on for 10 minutes. These make your under eyes over 40% brighter in only 10 minutes. Now I'm going to show you how to apply foundation and concealer. I know it seems like a really easy thing, but you'll be surprised at how many people get this wrong. This is my Dior Forever Matte Foundation, one of my favorite foundations. I'm literally just going to buff this right into this brush and now just press this into the skin. So you've really got to make sure that you buff it into the brush before you buff it into your skin. I think a lot of people tend to kind of use the bottle and just literally go like that. You're not going to get the most seamless finish, and you can end up with quite a cakey finish because you haven't got so much control over how much foundation you're applying and it's not being applied evenly. It's actually one of the few foundations that does stay matte all day, although it's actually not overly matte. Okay, I'm pretty sure you've dealt with this. You know, when you get to the end of the day, your foundation's been on all day and it actually looks like it's been on all day. It just feels awful and looks awful on the skin. Well, you don't get that with this foundation. We're really pressing it into the skin. We're not gliding back and forth. We're not dragging. Now that you've got a thin layer of foundation on, we're going to apply concealer, but we're going to apply it strategically so it lifts the face. It's pretty shocking how much of a difference this makes when you look at the end result. So this section here is to cover up the dark circles. This section here is just for a little lift. This angle determines how much of a lift you're going to get. It's not really about how much you apply, it's more about the angle of your application. Now I'm also going to lift here. These are literally the 3 places that you need to apply concealer if you're looking for concealing and lifting. If you're only looking to conceal the under eye circles, then I'd suggest just this area here. And maybe you could still do this, but it could be like a little dot. It doesn't have to be at an angle. Now you're going to get your beauty blender and you're going to keep this in the same place. So don't spread it out too much, but you're just buffing it into the skin. And that's giving you a little bit of a lift. It all shows through much better once you've finished the entire look. Now we're going to buff the under eye area. Can you see how this has lifted the area really nicely? And if you look on this side, obviously we've got a dark circle and not much lift. Before you set your foundation, you want to get rid of any creases. So I'm just going to use the tip of my sponge to lift out any creasing. You want to get your setting powder and just press. And can you see I'm going in the same direction? You want to get a small brush and you're going to dust off the under eyes. You really don't need the product to sit there for ages. You just want to dust it off immediately. Then you can get a bigger brush and dust it off everywhere else. Once you're done with setting, this is the type of base you're left with. Let me know what kind of concealer and foundation struggles you have in the comments below.